What's up, guys? It's Tajae here, back with another video for the Last of Us Part 2 Countdown series. And today we are officially 28 days away from the Last of Us Part 2. And I feel like every single day I'm just more and more pumped and more excited. And each video just seems like more fun to dig into. Now, today's topic we're actually going to go over has to be the trophies behind The Last of Us Part 2. Now, the reason why I actually want to talk about the trophies is because me, myself, being a trophy hunter, of course, I'm going to go through and, try to get all the trophies for the game. Not try to, I will, and I'm going to acquire the platinum. That's just something I like to do, and it most likely will be my 7th platinum just because I don't think I'm going to get any other games platinum, but we'll go ahead and see about that. But anyways, if we were to go over the trophy list for the very first game, it was pretty bare bones. There wasn't too much to it. Like, they didn't have any progression trophies. All they really had was difficulty trophies. They had like the comics, the Firefly pendants, the training manuals. You have to get all the collectibles, craft every item, which is super easy, shift doors, fully upgraded with supplements, upgrade all weapons, option. It was pretty much just like, it was very bare bones. It's very straightforward. And of course it took like a few playthroughs to do just because the game doesn't give you enough parts or enough supplements to fully upgrade your Joel completely. So yeah, and they also had like the multiplayer trophies, which a lot of people find hard when they really weren't that bad. But in reality, like, you can get the first Last of Us game platinum if you play it non-stop. I want to say 2 days, 3 days max. If you literally just put all your time into it, go for it right away, and you're not really like that bad at the game, you can get it done in about 2-3 days. Now, I want to just go through and predict how I think the Last of Us Part 2's trophy system or trophy list is actually going to be, because I feel like the way trophies have like been done compared to like the Last of Us Part 1 won't be at all the same for the Last of Us Part 2. Just looking at like the Uncharted games, I feel like they'll definitely take a different approach with this. Also, like this new trend of like having trophies that have to do with story progression. I just feel like trophy lists have changed like over time since we played The Last of Us compared to like 2020 and us getting Part 2. So if I had to like guess exactly what our trophies would be, first off, I have to say story progression. Now, story progression trophies, there literally is just, as you play the game, you obviously get to different story beats that will give you a trophy, and these are usually hidden trophies, and you just just play the game and you'll get, it's like freebie trophies. You just play the game. So of course they'll have those. 1000% they're gonna have difficulty trophies. Now, difficulty trophies, if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much you beat the game on a set difficulty. The higher the difficulty, you unlock all the other ones that are prerequisite to the difficulty you play as. So for instance, you want the grounded platinum trophy. You play on grounded, you unlock normal, easy, medium, all the other ones. Now, what I want to say about that is I actually think you would have to play this game 3 times, at least 3 times, because the thing about grounded, like on the first game, grounded didn't exist. It was a DLC, and they actually had hard and survivor, and to unlock survivor you had to play on hard. So with this game, I feel like you have to play on hard to unlock grounded mode, and so they have the trophy for, like, let's say you beat the game on hard, you beat the game on grounded, then have grounded plus. Well, you can't play grounded or grounded plus until you beat it on hard, which require you 1 playthrough, and then of course after you get that 1 playthrough, you play on grounded and then grounded plus. That's a total of 3 playthroughs you have to do to get all the difficulty trophies done, and I have no problem with that. Hey, I like The Last of Us. I'll be stoked to play the game 3 times. I have no issues with that, but I think you have to play the game at least 3 times to get the platinum. Of course, upgrade all the weapons. That will take more than 1 playthrough because you got to do the new game plus. And plus, we also talked, Anthony Newman talked about how this game doesn't give you enough resources to fully upgrade throughout the game. So like your choices that you make for your supplements and your weapon upgrades, they matter. And the thing is, what it does is that it makes it matter to wherever you pick. Like, whatever you pick is set in stone, and that's permanent, and it's going to make you differentiate from other people. You will be your own Ellie. Now, of course, with the weapon upgrades, the same thing as I said for supplements. And the thing about the supplements in this game, they actually work different because you have to find training manuals, and those training manuals actually give you different skill trees. So for instance, there's a skill tree that says stealth. I feel like they'll have like a trophy for each skill tree. So let's say like fully upgrade the stealth skill tree, fully upgrade. I don't really know all the other skill trees names off the top of my head, but each skill tree fully upgraded will have its own trophy, and you'll have 1 more trophy for popping, for completing every single skill tree. I also think they'll have optional conversations. We've already seen and heard that there'll be optional areas and conversations in this game. So I feel like if you do all the optional conversations, I don't know if they'll do every optional area, but they can. But I feel like, you do all the optional stuff, of course, there'll be a trophy. What we need in this game, 1000%, 1000% need will be amazing is fan service trophies. Now if you don't know what I mean by fan service, it's pretty much like a miscellaneous trophy where it's like it tells you to do like a little Easter egg. And what I mean by fan service is like, for instance, we all played The Last of Us Part 1. If you're watching this video, you definitely played The Last of Us Part 1. You definitely played it. It'd be cool to have like a trophy that says like find Ellie's old comics, you know what I mean? Like so let's say there's a part in the story, like in the very beginning of the game, you come across Ellie's old comics, and then you see that and you just interact with it, boom, you get a trophy for it. That's just cool stuff, because then, you know, it makes it to where you have to go back and see things, and also makes it to where you do get that fan service, and you have to get the fan service to get the platinum. And I like stuff like that. Again, I need that stuff like fan service. That's just one example. Let's say Ellie sings and plays guitar with Joel or something, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's a part in the game where you can actually just pick up a guitar and sing with Joel, but I'm saying if you actually activate something like that, it would be cool, because Joel did promise, you know, that they have that he'll teach her the guitar, which he does, as we saw in the trailer. But we also had like this one like opening thing where they were like, it was Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker singing together. Maybe like that could be like, you know, a reference, that trophy could be a reference to that event that happened in real life. You know, that'll be pretty cool. Of course, kill challenges. Now, the reason why I say kill challenges is because like it could kind of be like Uncharted. So let's say you go through a certain encounter, like you get no kills in this encounter, so fully stealth an encounter not being caught. Or let's say there's another trophy that's like kill every single enemy in this area, or do a certain amount of dodges. You know, it would be pretty cool to have different kill challenges, just to, you know, just spice things up a bit. I like to, you know, go for different trophies that make you do different accomplishments, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool. As well as, like, as I said, encounter challenges, I've already touched on that. It's like, you know, stealth a full encounter, clearing an entire area. There's, see, kind of like how the first game actually had shiv doors. See, the thing about this game, it doesn't have shiv doors in part 2. I like to call it like secret areas, like environmental puzzles. Since Ellie does have her switchblade, there's no need to have a shiv, so they of course took out the mechanic of shiving doors and probably used, like, you know, the prone and the jump to build different per se like environments that are like puzzles. For instance, we saw like inside the Outbreak gameplay, whenever Ellie actually broke the window and climbed over to get to the other side of the door and collect the materials and then unlocked it, that would be like one example of like an explorative area where you have to figure out how to get into a room. So like, let's say you got to find like a vent to go crawl through. Like, they could just do anything. So pretty much get through all the secret doors. That'll be a really cool one to do. I think that'll be really interesting. And of course, this game won't have any multiplayer trophies because, again, there's no multiplayer launching with The Last of Us Part 2. But yeah, that's like everything I think that, you know, all the trophies that I think Last of Us Part 2 would actually have. So just for a quick recap, I think there'll be story progression, I think there'll be difficulty trophies, upgrade all weapons, unlock all skill trees, fully upgrade all the skill trees, a single trophy for each skill tree, optional conversations, fan service, kill challenges, encounter challenges, you know, secret doors, other miscellaneous, but no multiplayer. And I mean, that's all I can really think of for the trophy list. I think they'll be pretty solid. And if I've had to guess how many playthroughs, again, I think it'll take you like 2 to 3 if you maximize, like, if you minimize the amount of runs you have to do. Like, let's say you play straight on the hardest game mode right away, which I usually do, and you could just like minimize your playthroughs. I think you have to do at least 2 to 3, but I think like a maximum, if you're not that great, like 4 to 5, you know what I mean? And that would honestly make it to where the game has a lot of replayability. You have a lot more playtime with the game, of course, since you are trying to go for the platinum. And I think that's very interesting, other than like how bare bones the first game was with this trophy list. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do y'all think that's a pretty good trophy list? You think that's pretty plausible that it could be those things? Because I think, you know, it's pretty plausible, and I would like it to be those things. So I mean, why not? So yeah, leave me a comment. Are you down to get the platinum for this game? Because I know I am. Also, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, because, you know, these videos are obviously awesome. I'm pretty sure you all enjoy the series, so why not support the series? And as well, if you know, this is your first video, be sure to go check out the last 2 that I did for day 30, day 28, and be sure to subscribe to the channel with post notifications on so you can catch me tomorrow with the next video. And I'll see you guys next time, or tomorrow, with another banger.